Welcome back to another exciting explainer. Today, we are stepping right out of the everyday world and plunging headfirst into the vibrant, magical world of Greenleaf Forest. We're going to unpack a super charming original adventure called Benny the Brave Bunny and the Singing Forest. So grab a seat and get ready because we are about to go on a pretty brilliant little journey together.
Okay, let's dive into this. You know, every great adventure starts with a massive mystery, and ours is absolutely no exception. Just imagine waking up, strolling into your favorite bustling forest, and suddenly realizing it is completely dead silent. Where on earth did the music go? That is the huge, sudden problem facing the animals of our story today, and it really sets the stage for the whole adventure.
And right at the very center of this story is our hero, Benny. Deep in the Greenleaf Forest lives this incredibly cheerful bunny who's just constantly dreaming of a big adventure. He isn't your average woodland creature, right? He wakes up every single day with a giant smile and this genuine, deep-rooted desire to just help everyone around him. He is the kind of guy who absolutely always looks on the bright side. But suddenly, that peaceful, happy morning is completely shattered. A tiny bluebird named Bella flies down in an absolute total panic. She cries out, "Benny! The singing flower has disappeared! Without it, the forest will lose its beautiful songs." Oh my goodness, the stakes here are incredibly high. The literal magic of their entire home is on the line right now. So, faced with this massive crisis, what does our cheerful hero do? Well, he doesn't hesitate for a single second. Benny immediately sets out on an epic adventure to save the forest's music. He just jumps right into action, keeping his upbeat energy flowing. He knows his home needs him, and he is 100% ready to step up and help. And you've gotta love his preparation here. Benny packs a carrot for some quick energy, a water bottle to stay hydrated, and, my absolute favorite detail, a tiny little map. It just shows us how incredibly smart and resourceful he is right from the get-go. He isn't just brave, he's totally thoughtful and practically prepared for whatever the road throws at him. As he heads down the path, the journey beautifully shifts from a solo mission into a real team effort. He runs into Freddy the Fox, who eagerly asks, "Can I join you?" And Benny instantly says yes, because, as he so wisely points out, friends make absolutely every adventure better. Together, this awesome new dynamic duo spots a trail of mysterious, glowing footprints through the woods and starts tracking them. Let's move to and see how this builds. We can actually track the exact hour-by-hour progression of their journey. Hour 1, they depart the familiar safety of Greenleaf Forest. By hour 2, they hit their first major obstacle at the Sparkling River. Hour 3 brings them to a super important encounter at the Old Tree, which perfectly sets up the climax in hour 4, when they finally step foot into Rainbow Cave. It is just a perfectly paced heroic quest. But let's pause for just a quick second right there at hour 2. What would you do if the wooden bridge over the Sparkling River was totally broken? Just think about that for a moment. You're on a highly urgent quest, time is ticking, and your only clear path forward is completely destroyed. How do you actually solve a problem like that out in the wild? Well, Benny definitely didn't panic. He just stopped, took a breath, and used his eyes. Step 1, he noticed these large floating lily pads resting in the water. Step 2, instead of just rushing blindly into the river, he and Freddy carefully hopped across them one by one. And step 3, they safely reached the other side. It perfectly demonstrates how staying totally calm and noticing the small details can help you overcome an obstacle that initially looks completely impossible. Once they're safely across, they reach the Old Tree. And this is where they meet a very wise mentor, Oliver the Owl. Sitting way up high in the branches, Oliver leans down and shares a crucial, magical rule. He tells them, the singing flower is hidden inside Rainbow Cave, but only animals with kind hearts can enter. Now that is a huge shift. This journey is no longer just about being brave or reading a map. It's a genuine test of who they truly are on the inside. Armed with that vital knowledge, they finally step into Rainbow Cave. And wow, the details inside are just spectacular to imagine. All around them, these incredibly colorful crystals are glowing brilliantly, looking exactly like a sky full of stars. And right there, sitting in the very center of this breathtaking cavern, grows the beautiful singing flower. They actually found it. But wait, there's a catch. Right next to the flower, they spot a frightened little squirrel trapped underneath a heavy fallen branch. Without even a second thought, Benny and Freddy leap straight into action to free it.
So the crucial point is they didn't hesitate to help someone in need, even when they were literally inches away from their ultimate goal. And because of that totally selfless act, proving they really do possess those kind hearts Oliver mentioned, the cave instantly fills with magical music as the singing flower blooms brighter than ever. Mission accomplished. The friends gently scoop up the magical flower and carry it all the way back to Greenleaf Forest. You can just feel the joyous, triumphant energy of this return trip. They are practically flying down the path, completely elated, racing to restore the magic they promised Bella they would save. And the second they plant that flower back exactly where it belongs, joy instantly sweeps back through the forest. The effects are immediate. The birds begin singing their gorgeous songs again, butterflies start dancing in the air, and every single animal in the forest is smiling from ear to ear. The vibrant life and sweet harmony of their world is completely, beautifully restored. Bluebird Bella flutters right back down, absolutely overjoyed, and shouts, "You saved our forest!" It's such a wonderful, validating moment of gratitude. It really brings home exactly why they went on this challenging quest in the first place, and it highlights just how incredibly valuable their teamwork and dedication truly were to everyone.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core lesson of our story today. You know, when we think of a typical hero, we usually picture the strongest hero, someone who relies on sheer physical power and brute force. But Benny represents the kindest hero. He relies on helping others, on being observant, and above all, on being deeply compassionate. It turns out, true heroes don't have to be the biggest or the toughest. They become true heroes through their kindness.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer with a question for all of you watching right now. Who can you help with a kind heart today? Because just like Benny, you don't need to cross a broken river bridge or uncover a magical glowing cave to be a hero in your own community. You really just need to look around, notice who might need a hand, and take action. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure, and I will see you in the next explainer.